can't look at only the animal or only the land. It has to be the combination. The soil, the vegetation, and the animals. That's best for animal welfare, it's best for the welfare of the farm, it's best for the welfare of all of us. I lived in northern Michigan, Charlevoix, and up there people hunt and fish to feed their families because there's no industry. And I learned about honest animal harvesting. When I left northern Michigan, I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating animal products because I didn't know where they came from. I didn't know how they'd been treated. And then I found Whole Foods Market and started working at Whole Foods. And I thought, okay, they know where the animals come from. So I did begin to eat animal products again. One day, an opportunity opened up to work on this program, to learn from the experts around the world, the people who are animal welfare scientists all across the globe that are specialists in each species. I began to be able to actually make a contribution to knowing that animals were being treated right, that their behaviors were considered when they were being raised in a livestock system. It didn't have to be wild, it could be a farm with respect. Since probably 2010, I've been working on this program, and I took the learnings from the meat program and brought them to the eggs. So in this program, I spent quite a lot of time visiting farms, learning what the practices were, seeing what the issues were that would be a red flag for our consumers, found a way to communicate with farmers to both ask them to make shifts or changes to their production and at the same time understand their constraints so that we were looking at it from a holistic perspective.
We've enjoyed working with Whole Foods. Whole Foods works with a lot of different farms, so they see a lot of different production models and ideas. And it's great to have that synergy and sharing the experience and knowledge. You know, Whole Foods serves a very unique market, and it seems to be a customer base that appreciates what we're doing. And that's important for us as a farmer as we're making different production choices.
The 4 systems from which Whole Foods takes eggs have been defined: cage-free plus, outdoor access, pasture-raised, and mobile houses. Cage-free plus, it's cage-free with amenities. They have perches. They have areas of shelter to go be alone if they like. They have wonderful litter that they can dust bathe in, that they can forage through. Our standards for the outdoor access category include at least as much space outdoors as indoors. Also need water outdoors and shade and cover outdoors throughout the outdoor area so the birds will use the entire outdoor area and not hug the house. Our pasture-raised system is based on a measure of vegetation. If it's grassland, 50% of the ground needs to be covered with grass or forages of some nature, grass, legumes, herbs. If it is a rangeland, the plants have to be tall enough to support an insect population underneath them, because that's really what the birds are looking for. Mobile houses on pasture is a system that moves a mobile unit, which on this farm is a hoop barn, on others can look differently, through the pasture to get them to fresh pasture on a regular basis. And the birds actually live in the outdoor area. It's more like camping. They still need cover and shade in the outdoor area. That can be provided, again, by the vegetation, or it can be artificial. And they need water in the outdoor area. So all the eggs in our store come from one or another of those system categories. Temple Grandin says bad becomes normal. So you have a problem, you take care of it by taking care of the symptom. You think you've solved it, but what you've not done is gone back to the source. People don't see the issue until you show it to them, and then they get it. And then they engage with you in the process. We've had so many shifts, we've had so many producers that have changed ways of doing things. We say, here's the tolerance, and they come up with the ideas. It's tremendous. It works for everybody, and then they're happier, the birds are happier, we're happier, the consumer's happier.
The good thing is that as we develop as a business, as an industry and stuff, once you educate the consumer, they understand the product you're producing, and the consumer understands what you've done. The competition has got to either follow suit or they're going to go out of business, and that's the whole key to the whole thing is, you know, when you're treating animals properly, people need to know that. And once the consumer knows, the consumer is what's going to drive change in this country. You know, the company ain't going to do it. You know, the farmer can't do it. The consumer is what's going to drive. They got to demand. They want a product that the animals and the birds have been treated humanely the whole time through.
On the farm, on the ranch, that's where this all comes together. It's the farmer who is watching on a daily basis, watching the plants, watching the animals, watching how they forage, giving them enough space to perform their natural behaviors. And the farms that I'm on that I like the best are the ones where the animals' natural behaviors are in place and you don't see anomalous behavior. That's when you know you're on the right track.
They spend most of their daylight hours outside, and that's where they get their energy, fresh air and sunshine. All the chickens, as soon as there are 26 doors, and as soon these doors all open right at 9 o'clock chicken time, and they all come out, and the first thing they check is if there's dew on the grass, and they go along and peck on the dew, and from there on they go look for clover and alfalfa.
Every day I wake up excited to go to work. It takes me too long to take my shower because I want to get to work. And it's a wonderful thing to be eager to go to work every day, to be eager to visit the farms like the one I'm standing on right now, and see how beautifully animals can be raised for food.